And you did log in, and you did access it. I think there is a setting that's in the display.
I was trying to go in there.
And then you can kind of make it not do what you did.
I was trying to do that.
To make it stay up open longer.
Oh, I know, I'm not.
Yeah, sure. You didn't recognize it. You don't have to.
Oh, yeah.
And he chased him all through the patch of woods.
He was a little too senior to be running with a buffalo. But, you know, honestly, in his defense, he wasn't really, I mean, he was somewhat there, but he wasn't on top of it.
No, it's not like they were trying to find it.
He literally was rolling in the dirt and the thing got up and just charged. Like, you know, that happens. They're wild animals. We forget. They're just animals. Well, that's just it. You know, it's shocking how many people get bit by their own dogs. You know, they forget that they're dogs. They get startle response, all of those things, and they just attack without even. Heck, I attack when I'm in a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
We all have our ways. We all have
Get my
our
fangs
ways.
out.
All right, folks, it's 6:30. We'll call this meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We got a couple board members running late. Is that Anna? Roll call.
All right, we can do roll call here. Bird, Cantlin, Late, George.
Yep.
Lakey,
Yes.
Levitt here, Nelson,
Yes.
Harold Olson here, Sarah Olson,
Here.
and Wrestler.
Here. All right, mission statement. Adam, would you mind doing the mission statement?
Mission statement of Gale-Ettrick-Trempealeau School District is learning for all, learning for life.
Number 6, oath office. We're gonna move that down. All right. Number 7, consent agenda. So we have the approval of the minutes, financial, and then we have some personnel approvals. But Michelle, you want to talk a little bit about the personnel quick before we?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Since
Yep.
we didn't have the committee of the whole, I thought I'd just highlight that. If you want to look at your summary, you'll see that we are approving tonight our new principal at Ettrick Elementary, Tony Harden. He is here today. So hello, Tony. Thanks for being here. Yay. We have an art teacher for the Gale-Ettrick Elementary in the middle school. Maddie Fern. We have a special ed teacher at the middle school, Eli Alaska. A school counselor at Ettrick Elementary. We made that a half-time position, found a wonderful candidate, and we just solidified that over the weekend, Amanda Davis, and we're hiring a cook. And I will tell you, it's not on here, we'll approve it next month, but we did fill our high school special ed position as well. That was the last certified position that we had open. So we'll all just keep our fingers crossed that there's no more before the end of the summer.
All right. So with that, I would take a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion by Cindy, second.
Second.
Second by Deb. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Welcome aboard, Mr. Hart. On to public comments. Sue.
Good evening. Just want to give you an update on how some local community members and the teachers union are helping get the yes vote out for the referendum. Basically, it started with Michelle reaching out to us. I talked to the union members. They're, absolutely, we gotta put all we got behind this. And then next step was Harold came to a PTO meeting at Ettrick. Our PTO said, yep, we want to get involved, reached out to the other PTOs, and we have now formed a nonprofit organization called Vote Yes for GET. All three towns' PTOs are involved, along with some community members. We, through the help of WEAC, which is the Wisconsin Teachers Union Association, we were able to get $750 donated to help us put up yard signs. And that's with the help of Ingrid Knudsen through Nexus, has really been helping with us. She's been meeting with us, and we're in constant communication. And she's doing a great job letting us know what we can do. She also helped me apply for grant money through WEPEN, or WPEN, which is the Wisconsin Public Education Network. So I'm waiting to hear back on them. We've had some community members make some donations so that we can put a nice big advertisement in the Trumpealeau County Times. WEAC is also going to help us learn a texting app system so we can send out a large volume of text messages to area voters to remind them, since it's kind of a strange date to have an election, to remind them about voting. Let's see, Carrie is borrowing me some things from the school, and during the Trumpealeau County Fair, we're going to have a booth set up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with information for people from our committee and the flyers from the schools and the boards that show what's going on. But Cindy has also helped. She helped me figure out how to get a hold of somebody there so I can have the booth there. So a lot of involvement. I think you received an email from Harley Hoyme. She is also a member of this new committee, asking if any of you are available to help man the booth. I've also reached out to staff members about helping work at the booth. I plan to be there as much as I can. But also just if there's anything else you think of that this organization can do to help get the yes vote out there, just let me know.
Have you guys been in touch with the two other area schools with referendums to kind of get some helpful hints from them maybe?
I don't think we need to because of the role that Ingrid Knudsen plays she works for Nexus, and that is her job, is to, it's like public promotion. And I'm also working with Kim Noyce from WEAC, and that's part of her job too, is to help schools pass referendums. So and she's done this with schools in the state, so she's helping me do all of that.
Have you got any feedback from community members?
Not yet, because we pretty much just established, we had to do a bunch of stuff to get a bank account and do the paperwork to get funding. I'm hoping to get some good feedback at the fair this weekend from people who stop in. And
Did they let you know where you're gonna be located?
Yep, yep.
Are you in the merchants
Yep.
building? Oh, you are?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Because they had said a while ago it was full, so I was just curious.
Oh,
where they
yep.
put you.
Yep, no, we got in there, so.
Good.
Thank you, Stu, for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. A lot of people did some coordinating with this, and I can't wait for the referendum to get passed in August. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Item 9, correspondence.
Yeah, so I just got a letter from WASB. Just an opportunity for board members. They are taking nominations right now for the Region 6 Board of Directors. Maybe a board, a representative. So if you're looking to get really involved, this would be a big commitment. You'd be going to all the CISA meetings, going to WASB meetings, and the state convention. Just mentioning it.
If you have any questions, you know, can talk to Larry from CFC. Great guy.
See ya. He's
Yeah, he's
president.
on WASB and CISA.
That's all I got.
All right, perfect. Item 10, staff and student recognition. I just thought it was pretty interesting tonight, while pulling in, seeing the commitment from staff and students. I know tonight is the
Musical camp.
musical camp.
Yep,
so
musical camp started
so that's
today.
pretty exciting to see some excitement and activity here back in school. So, anybody else have anything that they want to recognize? And actually, Sue, I recognize Sue for your efforts in the referendum. So taking the lead on that. All right. Well,
Our high school band for marching in the local parades during the summer, taking off time, the Gale-Ettrick parade, the Trempealeau parade, and then they'll be in Ettrick again this summer. So again, kids who have come in during the summer, they take some time to come in, learn the routines, learn the song, and then march in the area parades and represent. And the dance team also, and then representing our school.
all right. Item 11, administrative reports.
Right. So fast.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have a little bit of time. Let's see. I want to bring up our website. Go back. So I'm just bringing our website up on the screen and bringing up the referendum site just to kind of hit a few little details of what's been going on this summer. And that website is very informative. If you haven't been on it, scroll down and right there, those 3 big dates that are coming up. As board members, I am going to be asking, can you please try to make it reach 100? It is really important to have board representation at those dates. Yes.
Question, can we all be there? Is there like a limit though for like how many of us can be there before it's a quorum?
If I find that we're having enough that it's a quorum, then we would just post that you're at that meeting. And we can post that, there's nothing wrong with us.
Okay.
So
More the merrier.
let you know ahead of time.
I would want to know ahead of time. I will send out an email, I will, before we get to, July 20th, it's gonna be here like next week. So that one, maybe before we leave tonight, put your calendars and let me know if you're thinking of making that one. That's a little bit simple. But if, more the merrier, we will have representatives from Texas, we'll have their representatives there, so the finance piece, the architectural, the designing that's happened so far with their own representatives, that can answer questions at a higher level. We will have your camera there, so there's going to be really great representation, and we just want to be able to really thoroughly answer anybody's questions if they still have questions out there. So those are important dates. I'll come back to the videos, but I am going to show one here in just a minute. They have been excellent. They've been out on Facebook, and right now we're in our every week posting another video. The one coming out this week is about the kitchen needs in our building. As you scroll down here, you can find out all about the plans. There's pictures of the molding on what those plans look like, descriptions, the tax impact, all different information, very local, all on our webpage. But before I do the video, just an update. You want to talk a little bit, because you've been going to a lot of places.
So we have one more community event to go to. We have the Village of Trumbull meeting on Thursday that we're presenting at. That will end our municipalities and local groups where we've gone. And then it's getting into community days. It's on the 20th, being in Trumbull Elementary. Getting folks in from Trumbull, answering pretty in-depth questions. Michelle said Nexus will be there. People, you met Brian from Nexus. He went through all of our buildings. He's kind of the engineer piece of it. He's going to be there. A gentleman by the name of Brian Brewer from Baird. He does all the financial. He gives us, okay, yeah, this is going to be your tax impact. This is, if you look at this how that changes. He's coming over. He'll be at them as well. So kind of looking forward to that. The other piece to mention is the mailings. So this week we're anticipating informational mailers being delivered regarding the referendum to households, just so again getting more awareness out there, hoping that people can attend our community meetings to answer questions.
I know the last mailer just before the vote was the reminders for the vote. So, like I said, you got your mailer today, so check your mailboxes when you get home. The next day or so, you should be getting your mailer. Lots of good information. Yeah, we've been to all the Lions, we've been to all the municipalities, chamber, everything we can possibly get to. It's been a full schedule. It's been a lot of fun. People have been overwhelmingly positive, but there have been some really good questions too. Probing questions, which I was really happy to hear that. And that helps prep us too for the next group that might ask similar questions. So it's been very good. We give and take. Nothing real negative. Not saying that people aren't going to have negative things, we just haven't been able to do them. So that's good. And I think it's going to get
The GET, the mission statement is learning for all, learning for life. Academically, our students do very well. Our teachers are phenomenal, and we attract really great staff. Our enrollment is creeping up slowly. It's a nice slow growth. We just added all day 4K, 5 days a week. Great thing to do for the community. It's the challenge all districts have, to meet kids' needs academically. You can't really keep up with all the needs of your buildings.
Our biggest challenges are, two of our elementaries are first at the scene as far as capacity.
This year we had 2 sections of 5th grade. Both had 27 students in each classroom. That's just tight to fit 27 learners into one space.
We have 5 buildings in a district. That's a lot to maintain.
These are old entrance doors. I have an annual budget. This gets put on the back burner because we don't have the money for that. And then pretty soon, the next year, well, it's still on the list, but something else has jumped over that.
We just need to get some of these things fixed up. We need better windows. We need better doors. We need to make sure it's safe for our kids the whole day they're here.
We met with a bunch of different groups, both staff, community members.
What do they want for their kids? What are their priorities? That's what brought us to the referendum question. On August 11th, 2026, the GET school district is going to referendum.
We've identified 3 different areas: deferred maintenance, safety, and capacity.
These are our south bathrooms at the high school. These bathrooms would have been done 66 or 72.
Our second oven here, for example, it is so old we cannot keep the doors shut. We have to slam it and then they pop open. We just slam it and they pop open over and over and over again all day, every day for 180 days.
The 3 elementary schools and the high school all have entrances that aren't secure.
We're all out in the open. Once they come in, they're inside the whole school. Our 4K through 5th grade students are all in one hallway, so we all share one set of bathrooms, and that can be really overwhelming for our youngest learners. We brought in the portable this year for music class and a sensory space, which we were desperately missing. The portable is a good short-term fix, but is very challenging with Wisconsin winters.
Our schools truly are the center of our communities.
It makes me super passionate about what I do.
Every student needs opportunity to, reach highest potential, and we do that with the attitude of what can we do? What can we do to get you there? And our building referendum is going to help us get there.
Haven't been seeing the videos, if you go to our website, there are several more. They're all excellent, and you can see why we love our staff. Melody Shorebine just makes you want to get right along with her. Teachers that are passionate, administrators that are passionate about kids, and that's truly what this is all about. And that's why you're here every month, because we care about these kids. And I'm excited about where this is headed. So thank you for partnering with us on all of this work.
And do those go out on the school's Facebook page?
It goes out on Facebook, it goes out on, yes. It's been a kind of one of the main ways of getting it out to the community, but it's also on the webpage. Well, welcome.
Sorry. I said I'd never be late.
Things happen.
Do we want to jump back then to
Sure, that sounds good.
number 6, oath of office? Kendra, we're gonna throw you right in the fire right away.
You're right in. Alright, so we're just gonna take don't use the oath of office. So you can stand up. And then
I've done this a million times.
okay, so read.
Take a few oaths, yes.
So and then I'll watch you sign it.
Okay. We read it?
Yep, but so I can help. So I
Cameron Caitlin, have been elected according to the office of the Gale-Ettrick-Trempealeau School Board. Have not yet entered the duties thereof. Swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin, and will faithfully discharge the duties of said office to the best of my ability.
And now it's official.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, so now we are on to number 12, unfinished business. Looks like we have none. And 13, new business. So we have some policies that we need to look at. Our first reading on these, as we know, we take 2 readings before we approve them. So Michelle, you want to kind of touch base on those?
So again, this one is truly all because of laws that have come into play. Act 89 requires all of our schools to adopt a policy that makes it very clear how communication between employees and students is handled. It also requires training and changes to our policies that have to do with the prevention of grooming behaviors. And when you read those policy changes, it is very specific. It takes away the what if, or oh, I was just, or it just gets rid of a lot of excuses. So it's one of those things we are going to have to make sure we emphasize with our staff. I have a draft all ready to go to the admin team. I'm just waiting for my policies to be completed so I can get those to them so that they know what to talk to staff about. But this is something then we'll do a second reading on. If you have questions as you're looking at that attachment on any of the wording or the policies, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Just a reading, no action.
then?
So then it's,
Oh, I'm
now we're
sorry,
on
yeah.
B.
I'm sorry. So adoption of the academic standards, my
So the academic standards, you do this every year. We are required, you are required to approve the fact that that you have adopted our Wisconsin academic standards. And again, if you ever go to our website and go under academics and you go to curriculum, you can see all of the curriculum and the ties to the Wisconsin academic standards that we are using unit by unit by unit in all of our classes. So that is on the website, but again, we do have to do a motion to state that we have adopted the Wisconsin academic standards.
Can I ask a question before we do that, or do we need to make a motion first? Is there a reason we have the Common Core standards for ELA instead of the Wisconsin standards for ELA? I mean, they're not hugely, but there is a difference because Wisconsin updated their ELA standards and they are slightly different from the Common Core a few years ago. So I was just wondering when you do, if there's any issues or problems when looking through like some of the test results and things like that, if teachers are trying to figure out how kids did on a standard, if they're looking at the Wisconsin standard versus the Common Core standard.
Let's say they're the Common Core standards as formally adapted to Wisconsin.
This is the world I live in. They're different. They are some of them are similar, but they're different. The Wisconsin standards are modeled
Mr.
after
Root's
the Common
waiting
Core.
to, he'll.
Yeah.
I think you kind of stalled out with bringing on a new resource for the elementary. Yeah. So I would say probably a year from now when we come back, that's why we do the discussion. It is a discussion right now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
This may or may not be the appropriate time to ask this question, but we used to, and I know we abolished it, was having a set amount of community service hours that the kids performed. I've actually had numerous community members ask me why we got rid of it. They feel it's an integral part of education and learning to be an adult. Why we got rid of it, why we can't still have it. They felt there was a huge amount of value, not only to the community, but to the children and how they develop. So I'd like to see us look at that again, because I really don't remember, I don't know if it was a policing issue. I think there was some concerns about kids being able to do certain things or get certain places, but.
I like to piggyback on that too. I was asked about that too. And one of my kids participated in it, but my other one didn't.
That was during COVID, it was held off. They added the credit social studies, that's the place of that. We thought that they were getting that civics education, that course, not communication service. And I think part of it was there was a lot of signing off of others that wasn't authentic. They felt it wasn't authentic with that course to teach some concepts of civics and duties to the community.
So teaching concepts versus living the actual.
In my time too, I just bring some conversation was people were signing off, it wasn't authentic.
I will say our volunteering is still emphasized, and it's done in other areas, not just everybody must, but the football team. I don't know if you saw on Facebook, they were there for how many hours at Trempealeau cleaning up after Catfish Days. 30 football players all morning this morning. After Apple Affair, again, the football team came and worked for hours. It was amazing. Our NHS kids so volunteering is still an important piece, but it's no longer just a blanket. But if again, it's not that, it's thrown out, it could never come back. I think it just needs the right leadership, and it really, just depends. It's all about priorities. What are the priorities? So.
Can I piggyback on that? Can it be something associated with, along the lines of YA, Youth Apprentice, the Youth Apprentice program? Can it be associated with something along those lines?
I don't know if those go hand in hand, but certainly, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about the connection there. YA with Amy's program is what she was talking about. I don't know how much those are connected, but.
Well, okay, so
Jamie's heard, there's questions.
Yeah, so we can have, that can be a discussion or something. So I would take a adoption of the motion to adopt the academic standards.
So move.
Second by Cindy. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, approval of the long-range library plan.
That's me.
That's you.
So this is in the board packet, present. I just have a couple highlights. If you look through it, there's a lot there. Just some highlights. So we are required every 3 years to submit a long-range library plan to the TBI. So Kay Henderson, who is the person we've contracted with UC, to help us through this transition and someone certified with their library degree, has worked on the back writing in that role this last year. And so we're in the cycle. It's time to do it. So that's what's before you. I believe you have the full document as well. The Future Ready Library Framework. There's a new in 2025 it sets up. So we're really helping the libraries and the facilities update with the world around it. So they've done some updates there. We can study and adjust to. Every school has to do it, and it does support our priorities: literacy, dynamic ELA, technology, AI, and student learning. So really making that library be more than people think, oh, I'll just go there and check out a book, or a hub for learning and a hub for creativity. We did some great things already. We have work to do. I did that twice. So the highlights are, we have some things going for us because we are one-to-one access. Kids can access all of our online tools that come from the library on their device. Now, it's not all the time because not all our kids take their devices home. And there's also a discussion of how much we want them on the device during reading, because there's the research out there that says kids should be holding books in their hands, they should be reading them, they should be interacting with them. We agree with that. But that is a tool that we do have that our teachers and our staff can use. Our elementary libraries are moving beyond just that place for checking out books. We've incorporated makerspace. We're doing a lot of things. Rob Kamrowski has been working there with the change in our person as a librarian. We've slowed down a little bit, but we'll pick back up again. And we're meeting those requirements. And they're tying up their district initiatives of helping kids be creative, helping kids be problem solvers when they may have in the classrooms and in the libraries. We've already done some of the work. Kay was with us. We're leading what books are no longer relevant here. What's not being checked out? What are kids asking for that we don't have that we need to get so they can have books in their hands? So that work's been going on. And we also know we want to get some more involvement from the district, from the library in our middle school. Just that's one area we don't do great at yet, but we're moving that way. So our opportunities to learn and improve, a little more consistency over all 5 buildings. Because the library is a class, and part of that their specials, our librarians have a lot of time at our elementary schools doing that. We're looking at expanding that to make sure all of our buildings have the libraries as part of that incredible work. We need to define some roles. There's some confusion sometimes. What is the role of a librarian? And then also the paraprofessionals who work there, because we use our staff in lots of different ways. The buildings use them in different ways. And so some buildings use some of their paraprofessionals in different ways than others. Not saying we want to be consistent. We want it to work for people. We want to be efficient. But just what are those general expectations? So that's something we've worked on this plan and we're looking here. And then we will modernize the middle school and high school. So it's a collaborative area. Kids want to learn. They want to increase our resource use. If they're in here and they want to be here because we want Digital citizenship and responsible AI use, that's big, that's important. Rob does a lot of work at that, but it's going to be kind of a partnership with our library. And then and a place where we really can do some work and we really need to dig in is our partnerships in our libraries with families and communities. Right now, really our outreach is district literacy night in April. We're handing out books and that library staff's involved, but we don't have a lot of that outreach. Somewhat with some of our local libraries, but we can have a better presence there. So that's something we know we need to work on, we will work on, and it's part of this plan. So, just kind of quick highlights for you. The vision, having a licensed library specialist serving all 5 buildings. We're working on that with our current person to get them certified. Those staff responsibilities inviting. We want kids engaging, if you look on the right-hand side. We want kids wanting to be in here and then strengthen that collaboration. So these are kind of where we're going with that vision, what we hope to do. Kind of the quick version of what's all in here. You can read in more depth if you want. But this is the report, or this is the proposal we'll submit to the DPI for the next 3 years. Of course, we review it annually. We just say are we in the right track or not, because if we aren't keeping track, we aren't doing justice to what our goals. So I'll meet with them. Administration will be involved, and the team with our librarian to make sure that we're headed in the right direction and we're meeting our goals. Any questions?
So do we have just one license?
Yes.
For the entire
district.
Any other questions for Sam?
Thank
All
you.
right.
We do need action to have that plan.
Okay, with that, I would take a recommended approval for the long-range library plan for 2026 through 2029. Mr. Olson, second by Cindy. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries. Item D, approval of 66.0301 agreement, Project Bridge Holman School District.
So we generally have this every year. This year, just having an agreement for Project Bridge. See, we have a student that will be taking and being able to enjoy that program, and it's offered through Holman. So when you partnership with another school district that offers something you don't have, you do a 660301 agreement. This is something we commonly do, but we do need the board to approve it. We don't have signatures on it, so that it's official.
Can I ask what services Holman is able to provide that we are not for
Sure.
in this particular
I'm
case?
gonna
I'm not
divert
talking
this
about
to
an
Marie.
individual, but I want to
Yep.
find out what needs they're providing that we are not able to.
So with their program, they have more students to designate a building location. So this transition program, Holman has 3 different transition programs in their district: Project Bridge, Project Learn, and Project Search. This student will be doing Project Bridge. So this is for students that have intellectual disabilities that are looking to continue to develop some life skills, job skills, and independent living skills in the community. And Holman, being a bigger district, has more students that are in that area of need for the 18 to 21-year-old program that we'll look to continue. They do occasionally have spots that they extend out to other surrounding districts and do the 6603 agreements. Sometimes they don't have room because they have enough students in the home district that they don't have spots available to others. This year they do. So some of their programming, they have an adaptive teacher that comes there. They have 2 special ed teachers, multiple paras, speech and OT services that all come to those students, to that site for the service to the students. They also will do individualized instruction throughout the day with them in the morning, and then they'll do different community sites. So they'll go to restaurants, they'll go to different job sites, they'll volunteer for different community agencies, and then a lot of these students start working on job skills and are partnering with other agencies in the community. So there's some students that aren't even there 9 to 2 every single day. They might be there a couple days a week or half days because then they're going to Goodwill, for example, with a job coach to do that. So really this 18 to 21 program allows kids this opportunity to slowly transition from traditional 4 years of high school into what is going to, what their life will be like after high school. Sometimes kids need a little extra time, and then what they talk about is needing these services. So we start to integrate other agencies that help students get job coaching supports, depending on what their post-secondary goals are.
So the age range we're talking about are our high school kids, they aren't elementary.
Nope, it's all 18 to 21 year olds.
18 to
So
21 year olds.
students who have completed their 4 years of high school,
Okay.
they've completed all 25 of their graduation credits, they still qualify for services to, until they're 21. So all students with IEPs, school districts are responsible for servicing from the time they're 3 years old up through the year they turn 21. So they could be 21 in October, we're still responsible for servicing them through that school year.
Do we share in some costs on it? Or?
So we count the students as our own student, we get that state reimbursement for them, and then we give that to them. So really, it's a wash. What we do provide is transportation. So from the student's house to home and then back every day. Sometimes, usually within these 3 years, students start to add programming and services with ACT, for example, or DVR, or community services, that students will get picked up from Project Bridge and taken to different job sites, and then they transport them home. So usually the course of these 3 years are involved with transportation and increases too. And we have other students that go across, so sometimes we can share with transportation as well.
So with that, I take a recommended approval of 66.0301 agreement, Project Bridge, the Holman School District.
Make a motion to approve the 660301 Project Bridge Agreement.
Second by Cindy. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, resolution authorizing the redemption of certain of the general obligation refunding bonds dated April 20th, 2015.
I can answer that one. So back in October at our annual meeting when we set the levy, part of that was a Fund 39 the easement payment of $400,000. We've been doing that for the past couple of years. We approved the levy, that was all part of it. We just have to do this again when we're ready to make that payment. What this payment does is it takes down, it saves us about $11,000 in interest total. It also takes our middle school referendum bond to be done at the end of the school year. So that's all we need is an approval to say, yep, we've already approved it in our levy. Now we're just going to approve the payment of it. Once the approval happens, 30 days, and then we'll transfer the money. Then we'll wire the money.
Then you said the middle school is October?
June, it should be June of 2027. Yeah.
All right, so with that, I take a motion for the resolution authorizing the redemption of certain of the general obligation refunding bond dated April 20th, 2015. Second, motion by Lakey, second by Levitt. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Item F, authorization of necessary short-term borrowing.
Okay. So we did short-term borrowing again last April for worry about healthcare costs or health insurance costs. Kind of getting ahead of the game now. Typically we do our short-term borrowing, have that ready to go in October, but we don't know what claims, if any, are going to come through that we're not financially ready for as far as healthcare. So this is just giving that approval for short-term borrowing before October, before the end.
Hearing that, I take a motion to recommend the approval from the Board of Education of the Gale-Ettrick-Trempealeau School District be authorized to short-term borrow to meet current operational expenses if necessary.
So moved.
George, second by Mr. Olson. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. And opposed? Motion carries. All right. Item 14, committee reports. We didn't have any committee last month. We didn't have a committee call. Welcome, Mr. Catlin. So it was a big thing last week. Item 15, review dates for future meetings. So Monday, July 20th, we have the Trempealeau Elementary referendum talking tour at 6 p.m. August 3rd, Monday, Ettrick referendum talking tour at 6 p.m. Tuesday, August 4th, GT High School referendum talk at 6 p.m. Then on Thursday, August 6th, we have Committee of the Whole at 6:30, and Monday, August 10th, regular board meeting at 6:30.
So before we adjourn, is anybody thinking, hey, I'll be there Monday, July 20th?
I can't.
Olsen?
I could probably make the other two.
Okay, so I got Todd, I got Hunk.
I can do. No, I can't do
That's
the
week.
20th.
Okay, we'll just,
Yeah, might be able to do the other.
once it can.
I'll be able to do August 3rd.
So those of you that are thinking of those other dates, I'm gonna just send you an email and then you can respond for those other ones. But we're just gonna get the 20th, just so if we have to post it, that we make sure we've got that. So right now I have Olson, Rustler, Lovett.
I can make it.
Make it, Cantlin. So we're still, let's see,
So that's
still
four.
not at a
No,
quorum.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that's good.
That's
That
good.
would be it right there, right?
Yep, that's good.
We
We can post it anyway, and you don't have to worry. Okay, just in case somebody wants to show up. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's
Then we'll take
post.
some questions
It's
on it.
super,
too.
I mean.
That
it's
makes
super
sense.
easy. Yeah. I'll
Thank
post it all.
Thank you, Kendra. She's awesome.
Okay.
Alright. So the other ones, just try to be there, put it on your calendar. We don't have to worry about a head count. We're just gonna post them. All right. And just so you know, the one that's at the high school, it'll be posted here, but then we're gonna do a tour of the high school and of Galesville Elementary. So tours at both locations to cover all 4 of the buildings. Thanks, you guys.
All right.
That's great.
And with that, I would take a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
All right. Cindy, here a second. Second by Olson. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right. Good meeting. Don't forget your sheets.
Yeah, we approved it.
Yeah, we approved it, and then Carrie will do it.
Okay.
If-
Yeah.
if-